Hi Taurus, welcome to your November monthly messages from Spirit Reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Taurus. So my intentions for this reading, Taurus, is to channel and provide messages from Spirit for you for the month of November to ask, what do you need to hear right now in this very moment? If anything is to come in November, what do you need to be aware of? And if anything has already happened, why has it happened? And to give you more clarity on that sense. I mean, I'm going to put these two cards back because I only want 3 cards for this, but you're leaving a lot of confusion in your life, a lot of illusions that kept you stuck, that kept you unsure about what it is that you want, even though deep, deep down, you know it. But there were certain scenarios you kept on running through your head about how everything was going to turn out, what the outcome was going to be. And I feel, Taurus, you're finally just surrendering the need to know how everything's going to turn out, how everything is going to happen, because you're gaining this sense and faith of yourself, faith in the universe and the universe's plan for you. And all you're taking from this time is that as long as I work hard and dedicate myself to the things that I value, the things that put value in me, I know things are going to unfold just the way it should. And it's a beautiful understanding that you're coming to in November, Taurus. And maybe a lot of that shedding of the illusions, the fears that kept you stuck came around the full moon eclipse that just happened earlier in the month on November 8th. I do feel that was a very releasing time for you guys, as it was for everyone, but for you in particular, Taurus, it hit a little deeper. I wonder if you guys did a specific ritual around that time, a manifestation, a release, cleansing around that time, but Spirit wants you to know it really did help you guys get more grounded and more clear after a time of being so confused, unsure, worried. Fearful thinking is washing away from you, Taurus. Wow, yeah. And then as I said that, the 10 of Michaels coming through with the 10 of Swords here. There's a huge cycle closing out in your life that had to do with the means to control everything that was happening, everything that wasn't happening. You're releasing that control. And it's helping the flow of life, the flow of what's meant to happen in your life, be more open. You're not so resistant. And there's no judgment here. We all get like this as we are human beings. We have an instinct to survive and to use our tools and resources to do so. But Taurus, you've been doing it all on your own, it feels like. And you've been putting so much on yourself. And you blame yourself as much as you make yourself accountable and responsible for the successes and the failures in your life. And Spirit wants you to just release some sort of that pressure onto them, onto your spirit guides, onto your angels. Everything's going to work out. I want you to know that, Taurus, with whatever this is coming up in your life. But the first card we have is the Knight of Ariel. This is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is someone who is trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. So this is something, Taurus, that you feel very strongly about. And with whatever you are releasing around the fears and worries about this specific goal you have in mind, it feels like something tangible. It feels like you want your own home, you want your own car, you want a new job, you want to excel at your job. Or even for some of you, it's like you want to make a difference in this world. And some of you are afraid that everything you've been doing thus far has still not meant enough. But Taurus, it absolutely means everything to people that you touch and affect every day. You're a good friend. I don't know, maybe there was some sort of falling out with a friend that you went through recently, a falling out with a potential romantic partner. But Taurus, I wonder if some of you have put that blame on yourself and it had nothing to do with you. Spirit wants you to know. It had to do with the fact that just the way you two were, you've outgrown each other, or it just was not compatible anymore. And that's just the journey of life that we go on. If this Knight of Pentacles is you, Taurus, anyone would be lucky to have you as a friend, as a family member, as a romantic partner because you are loyal. You are dedicated. You make people laugh. There's something about your humor that just always cheers up the room. And what really stuck out to me too was you are being watched over by someone kind. So Taurus, I do want you to know, it almost feels like for some an uncle energy, a cousin energy, maybe a best friend that passed away. It could be anyone, honestly, as this is general, but they are watching over you and they do send you signs throughout the day, synchronicities that directly remind you of this person. And they're sending you so much love. And they're sending you the message that you really can overcome anything. I've seen you do it before. Even if you lost this person early on in childhood or, your teen years or something like that, they've watched you grow into the person that you've become. And they're very proud of you, Taurus. This could just also be a spirit guide, an angel watching over you. But I do see that now that you've done the cleansing and the clearing of all the things that were keeping you stuck in illusion and fears, you really have laid down the groundwork to make something happen. You really are planting those seeds that is being prepared for a harvest. I wonder if some of you guys, something big is coming up in December that you're just preparing for now in November. But your work does matter, Taurus. I want you to know that. Then we have the 3 of Gabriel. This is Aries energy. And it says here, prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So this is that message that everything's going to be okay. And there are things that are coming into your life that is going to reward you for the hard work you put in, the dedication you put in. And I do feel, Taurus, that you're even going to be more rewarded than what you expected. Some sort of recognition, some sort of big payment coming in for you guys. Maybe an offer to get a new job that will increase your pay for a lot of you. But your plans are working out in your favor. Maybe you don't see it now and maybe it's just still coming in. But with the sincerity you have behind the action you take every day to make this happen, to improve yourself, to improve your mental health, your spiritual well-being. For some of you, it's even working on your physical health. It's all happening. And the thing is that some of this has to do with the things that are unseen, right? We don't get automatic results for things that take time, that take dedication. But I do feel, Taurus, when you come out of those illusions of, do I really matter? Is this really meant for me? When you kind of silence those questions that occur when you care so much about getting something done, you really do start to see the small things that you feel appreciative for. I do feel that you get those text messages or will get those text messages of saying thank you, an email maybe, someone just detailing how much having you around has meant to them. And even your work is going to mean something here. But I do feel, Taurus, again, to reiterate, your hard work, your dedication is paying off in big ways. Right now, it's just coming in. It's being prepared for. And you're in that time of stillness, which is the scariest part of waiting, right? Because we don't know on the other side, technically. But if you tune into your intuition, you tune into your faith, you listen to that voice that will calm you, that will assure you that everything's falling into place. I think that is what's allowing for this to come even more in such a direct way to you. Even in the middle of the month, some of you guys, life may be speeding up. More work is being done. I feel that there will be more opportunities for you to be a part of a team, a project. So I do feel, even if this doesn't really fully manifest until December, or maybe even beginning of 2023, you're starting to see the rippling effect of it already. And then we have the 10 of Michael. And this is actually a beautiful card in this deck here. As you see, it's like this ballerina just performed Swan Lake, which may be a ballet that really resonates with you guys, the story behind it. And this is Gemini energy. A situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So for some of you guys, this is simply the situation of not feeling like you're good enough, not feeling like you have what it takes, not feeling like you are going to have the rewards for all of your hard work. You're never going to eat the fruits of your labor. Simply that's what's being put to an end, which is what I saw with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups that you were walking away from emotionally. It's really helping you mentally. Others of you, I wonder if with this situation, whatever it is that you've been dedicating yourself to, there was some sort of part of it that you guys needed to close out. So again, if you're looking for a new job, you had to put your 2 weeks in for an old job, or if you had to end a friendship, end a relationship, or that someone did that to you guys unexpectedly. It really is something that was a part of the lesson, a part of what you needed to understand had to happen in your journey. And I feel with whatever relationship ended, romantically or platonically, it was definitely a soulmate energy. I know a lot of people connotate soulmates with romances, but it's not always that way. It could be a friendship, a family member, a coworker that just helps you understand or highlight or awaken to a part of yourself that you wouldn't have been awoken to without that connection. And I feel that that is why Spirit is saying you guys serve that purpose for each other. And even if it was a hard ending, a painful ending, you've really uplifted and helped heal or mend something within both of you that was a little bit unhealed, wounded, let's just say. You've taught each other something. And that is the beauty of that experience, even if it came to an ending. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Ariel. Nice. Capricorn energy. And this is someone who is mature, practical, generous, happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. So I do feel, Taurus, regardless of gender or sex, I do feel this is your energy, feminine earth energy. This is what you want in your life, to better your life, to improve your life on the inside and out. I do feel I'm kind of picking up on a scarcity beginning for someone in the beginning of their life where they may have not have had the resources, the finances that ever made them feel safe and secure. Someone who grew up with debt, or someone that grew up with a family that did not make a lot of money and had to work very, very hard and had to live paycheck by paycheck. And that has been something that always stuck with you, Taurus, because you wanted to make more out for yourself, but also those that you care about. I'm also picking up on a mother energy here with this Queen of Ariel, which is someone you may have been spending more time with, someone that you can always just know you could call or text to have a conversation with when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed. It feels like a motherly energy, but it could just be someone who's taking on that maternal feminine energy for you to be a teacher, to be a guide. And I do feel in a lot of ways there have been a mentor to you, Taurus, on how to regain that stability when you're feeling chaotic, when you're feeling disrupted. But for those of you that this is you or who you're becoming, Taurus, I do feel at the end of whatever journey you're on to grow your finances, to grow your well-being, your security within yourself or even outside of yourself, this is your fate and destiny to be someone that will be abundant, because that is your birthright, Taurus. Spirit wants you to know, and maybe that will ease the fears, ease the stress. Yes, we have to meet Spirit halfway with putting the mindful action towards our ideas, towards our manifestations. But Spirit wants you to know, for a lot of you, that if there has been a scarcity that you've grown up with, or if it wasn't even just financial, it could have just been that scarcity of self-confidence, of self-esteem, of not feeling safe, of not feeling secure within yourself. This lifetime, you're meant to heal those wounds. And I do feel that you guys are going to live in a home that you feel safe in, comfortable in. You will be surrounded by beauty, just sure by buying nice furniture to decorate your home with, but it could even be recognizing the beauty on earth, just by going outside and watching the sunrise or the sunset, feeling the breeze on your face on that perfect timing when you're thinking of something that is a part of your dreams and goals. You guys really are someone that is creating your abundance and prosperity when, for some of you, you didn't have much to start with. You're that come up story. You're that Cinderella story. You're that 0 to 100 story. That I hope by giving these messages will propel you forward and make you more confident in continuing to build the life that you've always dreamed for yourself. Because it can absolutely happen. I'm seeing someone with a rose tattoo, or maybe someone really deeply resonates with the deep velvet red rose. Just putting that out there for someone. But let's go ahead and dive deeper into this November message for my Taurus. Tell me more, Spirit. And some of you, with whatever this work is that you're doing with the Knight of Ariel, the Knight of Pentacles, you're becoming the Queen of Pentacles out of this on the other side of what you don't see. You're advancing, you're progressing. You are going to get that bump up that you've been looking for. Oh, interesting I brought up the rose because here's flowers. Very nice. And it says, be generous, successful and emotional fulfillment are yours. So Taurus, like I said, a lot of emotional cleansing. And at first, it was difficult. It was deep. You had to dive into that shadow self that we all have to do in order to release something emotionally that we've been clinging on to. But I wonder if those of you that have already done that, you feel so much lighter. You feel so much more like you could blossom and bloom and show your true self without the second guessing and the doubts that you carried from that emotional wound. Others of you with this flower card, like, even though in the Northern Hemisphere, it is turning into winter even, and we're at the very last month of fall, it almost feels like a spring season for you. It feels as if there's a lot of beginnings just blossoming and blooming in your life. And again, when I said with those planting of those seeds, we're quite literally in this image of this card, you see this angel planting seeds in the soil. They're growing, Taurus. And for some of you, you may start to see some sort of payment back in the beginning of the month, but others of you just know that it's in the process of blooming into something so, so beautiful. And I feel with this flowers card too, that you're just this energy right now that everyone's starting to notice, everyone's starting to be so attracted to, because you're giving out this love and light that is so pure, that is so enjoyable to be around, that I think you're even attracting more friends if you lost friendships, maybe even romantic partners that are devoted. They see you for your beauty on the inside and out and want to make something happen out of this, Taurus. Whether you're meeting this person now or this is what you're manifesting in your life. But something is blossoming here. Something's growing from this. You're almost like the lotus that had to go through the mud to break through and shine above the mud. It's gorgeous. Let's keep going. Tell me more about Taurus in November, Spirit. Ooh, okay. I'm going to ask for one card, please, Spirit. But Spirit does want to talk to you, Taurus. Spirit has so many messages for you, and I feel that when you've kind of shedded all that fear and that anxiety and the stress that may have been accumulating in your life from the unknown, from the distrust in your plan and your journey that you've really kind of mastered now that you've started to release that, Spirit has so many more messages for you. So I do highly recommend taking some time every day to meditate, to connect with Spirit in your own way, whatever that is. Whether that is going on a walk in nature, pulling your own cards, journaling. Nice, the Hunter. I almost feel, Taurus, that you're really balancing your feminine and masculine energies here in such a high vibrating way that it's just adding to your attraction level. attracting relationships, attracting people, but even attracting your dreams and goals. But it says, track down your fears and desires. Yeah. So a lot of you may still be in that process of deciding what is fear and what is your goal that can be manifested. You guys don't give up. And that's the powerful, fixed earth energy that you guys were born with. When you make up your mind and your decision, you really stay through it. And even if things get a little shaky, even if it takes time, I feel you guys are reconnecting with that perseverance again that you've always had, Taurus. But again, with the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Cups that we saw in the beginning of the reading, it may have just made you disconnected from that for a period of time. But not this time, not in November. You will be the one that will track down your desires and you'll go for it until it's there. And some of you, I gotta say, toward in the middle of November, around this time, you may need to take up an opportunity that presents itself to you, Taurus. You're going to feel the energy around it. It's going to feel very positive. It's going to feel very exciting with this 3 of Fire energy. And Spirit wants you to know you don't need to doubt it. This is something that is meant for you, and you could be positive. It could involve travel with the ships, but it could even mean something that is outside of your comfort zone, which I understand as being a dominant earth energy in my natal chart. It's scary for us to do. But this is Spirit saying, if this is something that you've already been experiencing or is about to come into your awareness, even if it takes you out there, it is a part of your journey that it's highly encouraged to go down. All right, let's keep going. Another message for Taurus in November, Spirit. See what your angels have to say. Another message for Taurus. Nice. Okay, let's see what it says. Heart chakra. Oh, I love this card. And to me with the blue here, it's also giving me like throat chakra vibes. So there may be a healing with your heart and throat chakra by emotionally expressing, using your tools of identifying your emotions and what to do with those emotions, how you can express those in a positive, uplifting, healthy way. Because for some, I almost feel that that was a struggle for some of you guys, not knowing how to really identify those emotions and to speak with it. Maybe you were silenced, maybe you were discouraged, maybe, your parents or your family type of surrounding was just pick up and move on. But Spirit's giving you this time right now to really identify those feelings that come up and to honor those feelings. See what messages are coming with those and then to release them, because then you can decide how to act on it, what to put to an end. But it says here, love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being attuned most to love. It is safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. So Taurus, I feel with whatever it is with the Knight of Pentacles that you've been working on, dedicating yourself to, you're almost afraid of putting your whole heart out there to make it happen, to make it work. Spirit is saying that your heart source, your heart chakra is the main power that will fuel this manifestation here. And it's safe for you to be open. It is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to trust. It's safe for you to be open to the experiences. Because even the painful ones, the painful moments that we go through are lessons for us. And I feel, Taurus, that maybe again with the 10 of Michael, there was a closing out. Maybe that's going to happen in November, that you know that what this is. This isn't a mystery to you. Whatever you've prolonged of kind of putting to an end, whether that is something that has been interfering with your heart chakra activation or something that was very close to your heart at one period of time. It really honestly feels like a relationship. But even if this has already happened, it really was an activation of something that was meant for you to love deeper, love fully. Even if it did break your heart in some ways, it was never meant to leave it broken. Love is something that we're all meant to experience. And with you, Taurus, as being so dedicated to what you love to do, it may hurt a bit when something doesn't unfold your way, but it's whatever ends is part of the journey. And that's something you may need to know as well. But never shadow your heart chakra, never dim your love out of fear. That's not meant for you, Taurus. All right, let's go ahead and pull one more card for you guys. And there just may be just a lot of heart chakra healing around this time as you accept what ended, as you accept the journey of things that had to come into an end in order for you to better know how to pursue things. And that, using that wisdom is going to reward you more than letting it jail you in from experiencing the love you deserve to experience in every aspect of your life. But anyway, Taurus, we're going to go ahead and pull one more card for you guys. And this is going to be your final message from Spirit, from God, anything else that's the universe wants to tell you, encourage you, whether it's something I added to this message or something new that Spirit wants to bring in to your consciousness, to your awareness. Anything else that we want to tell Taurus? All right. And we have life's little luxuries. That's kind of what I was explaining in the beginning of the reading. And what you're starting to identify and be aware of, Taurus, is life little's luxuries. Even if you don't have the whole pie yet, you can enjoy the little slices that you've worked hard for or that have come into your life. The song I'm hearing right now is by Louis Armstrong called What a Wonderful World. And it's a great song, beautiful song. And I wonder if that song deeply resonates with you, or by listening to that song, you'll get the energy and the message I'm trying to convey in this reading for you. Anyway, what it says is, oh, the call of duty seems endless, and oftentimes it is. Your soul has been wearied and is badly in need of playful respite. You are invited to temporarily release yourself from the dreariness of have-tos, shoulds, and musts. No doubt, you will now be given the opportunity to dance with the silly and whimsical things of life. Take in the scenery by inhaling the aroma of everything delicious and spontaneous. Yeah, Taurus, I do feel in November it's time for you to lay down those burdens and those stresses like I was describing in the beginning of the reading, but to find joy in every moment that you can. There's always a silver lining to things. And I feel that this is your moment now to say, even if this didn't work out, even if it wasn't in my favor, or I believe it right now with the short-sightedness of what I see in the near future, how can this be in my best? How can this be in my benefit? To simply just stop being on that hamster wheel of spinning thoughts and overthinking, and to just, when that energy comes up, to shift it, to change it, to shut it off in some way, and surrender those worries to angels, spirit guides, and your ancestors, to put on your favorite TV show, a comedy, something uplifting, something that it will help you feel better about yourself, about your work. I do feel that this month is all about shifting the energy, transmuting the energy. And Taurus, I feel a lot of you have already been starting to do that, and it's going to pay off. And it's going to be something that, in the long run, will shift your perspective and make you so appreciative of life. And not focus on the outcomes, not focus on the failures or perceived failures. You're finding beauty everywhere you are, and that's a gift in itself. Thank you, Taurus, so much for joining me here for this reading in November. I really hope that it resonated with you. It gave you messages of clarity, insight, healing, guidance, hope, and faith in regards to what you may be experiencing in November. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Taurus, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Taurus.